Did you just have a great bull sale? Did you just have some soft spots in your bull sale? Do you know why? We're going to talk about that in great detail and how you can understand how to use the three major media types available in marketing seed stock genetics today, and how you can best utilize a plan so you can begin to piece together the journey to success that you're going to need to market those cattle in 2021. I think a lot of times we're guilty of thinking about those things just at the last second, a few months before the sale, but the battle is really won and lost in the off season. So anytime I start to think about that plan, I always try to begin at the beginning. And I have a conversation with a breeder and I say, if we have a great day, if we have a great sale, a great private treaty period, a great online sale, what does that look like for you? So we really start there and we start to put that plan in place, and then we have this plan to work through and execute as we go through. Fast forward 12 months, we've got the opportunity to go back to that written plan and say, with analytics, okay, which means we're most effective in creating the results, the one result or the handful of results that we identified at the first of the year. There's so many options in today's very hyper-connected world. Certainly the time-tested one that we look at is print. And as we think about the strengths and weaknesses of all these different media types, print rises to the top as a means of folks as they do market research and keep informed about what's going on in the beef industry and certainly within the Angus breed. And so as we think about print and we think about some of the key strengths, the long-standing trust, the tradition, the ability for print to resurface, to have a tactile feeling which connects deeply with buyers and readers of all ages. There's so many great aspects to print. As we've seen the market change and we've seen technologies change, we've seen digital become a stronghold for communications as well. And these apply not only to folks of certain age demographics, but I think to any Angus producer today. Much like with the print publications, for us we love to pair it with trusted, industry-leading editorial. So in many cases that is e-newsletters that we put out, again targeted at a commercial audience, commercial bull buyer audience, or at an Angus breeder audience. But then we also navigate through the idea of websites and email blasts and animated video ads and some of these really interesting things that we have to offer today. And of course, if you're anywhere in the world in 2020, there's a good chance if you're not on social media that you are talking to someone that's seen something on social media. No other avenue for promoting our program allows us to get the viral nature and the rapid growth nature as social media. They all have inherent strengths and they all have inherent weaknesses. And we're really fortunate because in many cases, the strength of one will encompass or overcome the weaknesses of the other. For example, we think about print and we know from our research that print is highly trusted and highly valued and has a tendency to create a longer experience with a potential buyer. And so we want to use print early. And we want to be able to have key messages in print out earlier than the other aspects that we have so it can go to work for us in a longer way. Now, one other thing we know about print is it gets really hard to tell who actually saw print. And that's where we pair it nicely with digital aspects so that we can better understand the response that we see, and we have the opportunity to get a real-time snapshot of how effective our marketing campaign is, both in terms of where we're spending our dollars as well as what our ad messaging is. Not only can you tell how many people were maybe converted from print to digital, you can also see how long they spent. And then as you start to look at things like a sale book, you can see which pages they logged off on. And so it really starts to change your perspective to say, okay, as we see this becoming more of a digital world all the time, what is really causing a direct connection between my message and a potential buyer? And so when we can start to tie these pieces together in a very integrated way, a well-planned way, we have this great opportunity to bring multiple touch points to a potential buyer, and we also have a great opportunity at the end of it all to take a big step back and see what worked the best for us. Every day is sale day at Angus Media, and we love to visit with producers about their marketing and planning and getting results. We want you to remember how important it is to have a plan as you think about what you're going to market and what you're going to communicate in the future. We want you to utilize each of the media types, print, digital, and social media, to their fullest extent. And we also want you to use analytics as a trusted resource for best understanding what's working in that plan and maybe some things that you can change. We want you to know that every single day of the week, your regional manager team and your team at Angus Media is dedicated to your success. And so we welcome your calls or emails or instant messages. Please reach out to us if we can help you in any way.